Today we'll speak about a character that is not that famous, but that would have helped us to avoid a lot of questions that we still have till this day. Everyone is always speaking about Nala's father and all the theories around it, but did you know that she had a brother? Today we'll discover who is Mheetu and what happened to him, and some fun theories that will help us to place him inside the Lion King timeline. Back then, when the Lion King was still called King of the Jungle, Nala had a little brother, Mheetu. Initially, Linda Wolverton, designer of Metoo, wanted to add him inside the story so Nala could protect him from Scar. In short terms, Metoo was Nala's tag-along little brother, who was always getting into trouble. The idea was dropped because Wolverton felt that after Mufasa's death, the film had gotten too dark. They basically had to animate a concentration camp during Scar's dominance. According to his concepts, he has moderate vermilion fur as well as a black nose. He also is shown to have a nose like Scar's and a small head tuft. In his newest concept, the similarity with Scar is even more, with a dark golden fur and green eyes. If we think about it, Metoo was probably thought to be Scar's son. This would mean that, considering that Nala and Metoo were brothers, the theory about Scar being Nala's father could actually be possible. Obviously, that's just a theory, so the decision is yours. What would change on the story if he was not removed? While Metoo was still a cub, Scar, a rogue lion at the time, managed to lure Metoo into a wild beast stampede in the gorge. His real intentions were not to have Metoo killed, however, but adolescent Simba. Simba risked his life to save Nala's brother, but it was Mufasa who ultimately rescued the two from their doom, like in the final product. Then, in the intention to get out of the stampede, happened what we all know, Mufasa's death. It looks like Metoo hadn't an Anotus part in the story, but because of that reason, he would have taken away the focus from the protagonist, Simba, and that besides being a young lion always getting into trouble, he didn't have any contributive role and was not necessary for the development of the story. However, there are fans that made some theories to manage to integrate him inside the story and make possible to get an headcanon or semi-canon version out of it. First theory. Metoo escaped from the Pride during Scar's kingdom because he discovered that Scar was making a plan to kill Metoo. The reason of Scar's plan is unknown, we don't know how and why, but he definitely wanted to kill him. Some people say that Scar was making this plan because he wanted an absolute control over the kingdom and didn't want to give his power to anyone. Other people say that is because Scar was jealous of Sarafina, because she had Metoo with another lion, and Scar, being king and former partner of Sarafina, didn't accept Metoo as part of the kingdom. Metoo, still at the first years of his life, will encounter a lot of obstacles that will make it impossible for him to go ahead, but with intelligence and courage, he will manage to get over these problems that he has to go through every day. Then, at an adult age, he will maybe come back to the Pride. Second theory. During Scar's reign, there was almost no food. Metoo was going to be Scar's heir, but because of the scarcity of food, he got weak and sick. And as for Nuka, Scar didn't want a weak heir. This led him to the decision to just kill Metoo. His plan was then to mate with Nala and possibly get a stronger son this time. Obviously, this theory discards the possibility of Scar being Nala's father. That brings up the theory that Metoo and Nala have different fathers. Third theory. This is similar to the first one and tries to give an explanation to it, trying to be as much canon as possible, but we have to discard the part where Mufasa rescues Simba and Mheetu at the stampede. This part is possible by supporting the theory that claims that Mheetu and Nala have the same father. This theory surfaced after the premiere of The Lion Guard: Return of the Roar. It says that their father was one of the 4 lions in the guard with Scar. This would explain why he isn't around in the movie, since Scar destroyed the guard before the start of The Lion King. However, this still leaves the question of why Mheetu doesn't appear in The Lion King. In this case, Mheetu would have just recently been conceived when Scar destroyed the guard, and therefore would most likely have been born during Scar's reign, which The Lion King almost entirely skips over. I personally really like to think that Metoo existed, and my favorite theory is that he escaped and will return to the Pridelands as an adult lion. What's your favorite theory? Tell me in the comments, and if you liked the video, please let me know. I'm Ascari and I wish you a good night.